finally record this video. Maybe, hopefully, if my mic works. I have to be like right next to my microphone. It's kind of obnoxious. I don't know how to fix it. I think I need an inline preamp. And I'm broke. I'm gonna get that figured out. But I'm gonna record a video. Yeah. I wanted to watch this Zilla ice game. New. But yeah, we're gonna Coffeezilla video. Um, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Do those things, please. Go.
I'm scamming a scammer today, but I won't know if my plan works until the end of this video, because as I'm recording it, my plan hasn't really come together yet. So we'll find out what happens, but win or lose, the point of this video is to tackle one of my biggest pet peeves, which is scammers calling out other scammers to make themselves look good. I guess the logic is, oh, I can't scam you, I call out scams. And what kills me is that it actually works. People fall for this all the time, and it drives me crazy. So today, I want to flip the script on one of these people and attempt to have a scammer call themselves out. It's like Inception, but for con men. We could call it Conception. Danis is an MMA fighter famous for two things: cage fighting and not fighting KSI. But on December 23rd, he decided to be famous for a third thing: calling out the scammers. He writes in a tweet, "Damn, Logan Paul is a scumbag. Feel bad for everyone he scammed." Now, of course, no one's going to really disagree with this, so the likes rolled in. But what Dylan doesn't tell you is he also has a history of scamming people on Twitter. And what Dylan didn't know is that there was a detective watching him. That detective was not me, actually. I wish it was me. It was my buddy Zach XBT on Twitter, who said, "Damn, Danis is a scumbag. Feel bad for everyone he scammed." And then Zach showed some tweets of Dylan promoting obvious scams.
Quoting the man.
Rug pulled. Now, I was going to kind of leave it there, a little nice Twitter dunk, but it got me thinking. You know, deleted scam tweets are the internet equivalent of roaches in your house. In both cases, if you see more than one of them, there's a lot more you don't see. So I reached back out to Zach and I said, "Hey, good tweet, but I want to find out how many scams exactly this guy has promoted." So Zach started digging through the garbage bin of deleted tweets, and we found out pretty quick there were a lot more, but I realized it was going to take Zach some time to get the results we needed. So we're going to go back to him at the end of this video, but right now I had a bigger problem, which is that to show this full scheme, I needed not only the number of scam tweets, I also needed to know how much he got paid for all this stuff, for these scams he promoted. So even after looking through the blockchain, I couldn't find anything. So I needed a social engineering approach to figure out how much he got paid. I wanted to trick Dylan into giving me the amount. The rough idea was to approach Dylan and say, "Hey, I created this dumb NFT project that's completely fake. How much would it cost for you to promote it?" He gives me an answer and I have my price. But of course, I realized he actually knows who I am because he's tweeting about my Crypto Zeus series. So I can't contact him directly about this. I needed kind of someone who could reach out on my behalf, who looked like he would be serious about selling you an NFT collection. And that's when I thought of my buddy Oompaville. This is a guy who's actually really sweet in real life, but his particular profile on Twitter said,
this picture encapsulates Oompaville so well, and I said it so well my first take, and I wish it would have picked up my microphone. But Oompaville, he's this fits him perfectly, and I love him for that. It makes so much sense. He's such a goof. You never know what to expect.
As NFT salesman 100%. So I contacted him to contact Dylan on my behalf. And I told him to say, "Hi, Dylan. I'm launching a crypto NFT platform called sour.gg and was wondering what your rate is for an Instagram story post or Twitter post for promotion. We can provide all the marketing copy. Please let me know as we're trying to launch relatively soon." Now, I guess as we wait for him to respond, let me explain that sour.gg, that website, is not a real crypto NFT platform. Nothing in this video is a crypto or real NFT, so you cannot buy crypto from this. I want to be super clear as we talk about this. Not only that, the actual website we sent him to is just a landing page for one of Oompa's candy businesses, but it kind of looks a little NFT-like. There's like this little purple monkey thing in the corner. And so I thought it would fool Dylan, and I was actually right, because Dylan immediately responds with, "Want to do a tweet?" And then I love this next part. "What is it?" I like the order of that, like, "Let's promote it." And then underneath it, "What am I promoting?" And it's at this point I realized that this is not only my chance to find out how much Dylan gets paid for all these scam promotions, it's also my chance to test Dylan Danis. He says Logan Paul is so bad. He feels so bad for the victims.
Hey, there we go.
Let's see if he's so different. So I decided that this fake NFT project I would be pitching him was going to be just like CryptoZoo. In fact, to do this, I basically copied almost word for word CryptoZoo's white paper, saying the following. Sour.gg may appear to solely function as an NFT collection, but it's much, much more. Sour allows users to earn sweet tokens that are openly traded via a yield that is based on the rarity of a given candy NFT. But just in case you didn't think it was obvious enough, I decided to leave Dylan one last hint. I signed off with a nonsense statement saying, quote, "Come obtain fun friends, enter exciting zones, indescribably lush. Look out, adventurer." Now, this is a sentence which means nothing unless you lay it out by the first letter of every word. And then it spells Coffeezilla. So
that's
don't
awesome.
say I didn't warn him. And obviously, even if I hadn't warned him, Dylan Danis surely wouldn't promote a CryptoZoo project, right? Because he feels too bad for the victims. He wouldn't promote something nearly identical. Oh, wait. He said, "Sounds dope." And then ETH? Question mark? And at this point, I'm just a little surprised by how easy this all is. Zero due diligence.
Because he's preparing to scam you.
We have created the weakest facade possible for an NFT scam, and he's just immediately on board. Of course, for a price. I mean, that is the one thing he actually did care about, which might not surprise you. And it's the one thing he actually pushed back on, because I told him I wanted to pay him $1,000, and he said, that's pretty low for me. So we negotiated and landed on a payment rate of $5,000 for a 24-hour post about our NFT project, which does not exist. After we settled on that, he sent me payment information, which really established a lot for us. We got answers to most of our questions. First, how much he gets paid per post. And we also got an Ethereum address from Dylan, which I hoped was going to link to all his other payments, but I didn't give him enough credit here. Dylan gave us a brand new crypto wallet just for this transaction, which seems to imply that he probably makes new wallets for every new deal he does, which is pretty shrewd. And at this point, I realized I had a choice to make. I could take what I learned, present it to you guys, and stop this little charade I had with Dylan and make my video. And Dylan would just keep doing this because his fans wouldn't know. Or I could try to teach him and his fans a lesson in a bit of a different way, which is actually pay Dylan to post a link to our fake NFT project. But the twist would be, as soon as he posts that link, it will become
that is definitely not a scam.
To every scam tweet Dylan Danis has ever done. And remember that this website would be linked by Dylan Danis himself to all of his fans, directly showing them proof that he's scammed them multiple times. And we'll figure out how many times again in just a second, but I first want to say, I thought about this a while because this plan has its own risks. I mean, the number one risk is that Dylan just doesn't post and steals my money. And then the number two risk is, well, what if he finds out we duped him and then immediately deletes everything? We don't get our money's worth. So to remedy that, because I really wanted to do this plan, was to structure the payment so that I paid him $1,000 up front, but didn't pay him the rest until he kept the tweet for certain periods of time. And to my surprise, he agreed to the terms. So this is where I'm going to leave things with him. At this point, I have a lot of things to do before Friday, which is the day I told him this whole fake thing is launching. So I'm going to go do that and go get prepared for Friday. I will see you guys then.
This is crazy.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you slept well. I didn't sleep much at all. We're working really hard to get this whole thing figured out. So I'm just in the apartment right here, and we're going to just get ready together here. because I got a lot to tell you guys, and we don't have time at the studio to get it all done, so I got to prepare you here. Let me just set the stage for you, though, for what's happened since I last recorded. Number one, we created soursnft.com, which is our actual fake landing page for the NFT project. It's got all these cute Candyland fake NFTs that don't exist. Now, the idea is this is what he's initially going to promote. And then I also created our little switcheroo website, which is just a website with all his previous transgressions. Now, I did talk to some people who were a bit concerned that maybe I hadn't fully been transparent with Dylan. That maybe I should be more transparent with Dylan about what's going on so he doesn't say I trapped him in this whole thing. So what I decided to do, just to make sure we cover our bases here, is I drew up a contract for Dylan to sign before this whole thing goes live. I'm going to be sending it to him. And in it, I lay the whole thing out. And this is what I meant by headwinds. This is where he probably will catch us, because in black and white, I lay out our whole scheme right in front of him. So it literally says, like, you're going to be the butt of the joke. It says people aren't doing due diligence. It says
Oh my
that we're gonna be
gosh.
switching the website to show his prior promotions. So we lay out the whole thing there. And
He
what we're
outright
really
called
banking
himself
on is
out.
He's not going to read any of this. He's just going to see money and just sign it, which is the whole point of this entire thing. So I think it fits. Hopefully we don't end up sabotaging our own project by double checking, covering our bases here. But either way, that's what's going on. Also, Zach XBT finished finding all.
Okay, there's no way he actually, doesn't read any of that contract at all. Because you already know half the NFT bros aren't writing up contracts for shit. There's no way he's reading that. That's probably the first one he's ever got. He doesn't even know what's on a contract. The only contract he's ever seen was that from his UFC career.
All the scams of this guy. So we're going to go back to the studio and check those out. All right, I'm back, and we have the results from Zach XBT. He found over 20 projects that Dylan promoted and then tried deleting, where many of them were rug pulls and scams. It was at this point he just gave up looking for more because there were so many. So we added those to the website, but I'm sure many of you are also curious about what's going on with Dylan Danis. So we're gonna go check back in with our liaison, Oompa, because at this point, the whole thing is set up and it's all just resting on whether he does any due diligence or not. Let's see what happens. Tell us where we're at with Dylan.
So he seems to have taken the bait. There's one final step. Obviously, we have to get him to make the tweet. You just sent $10 to him, right? Just to
I wanted to bait him so that we can send the contract, and he's gonna be like waiting for the money. What now? I mean, is he responding?
He said sounds good, and then shortly after he said got it, to saying that he got the $10 we sent as a test for his transaction.
Now comes the actual moment of truth. We're about to send the contract.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Sending it. All right, and then I'm sending the drive link.
I mean, we've sent the contract now. We're just waiting. We're literally waiting.
He's gotta fall for this.
Dylan.
There's no way.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Oh my god.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He agreed.
No.
And you might know-
You actually have to be some extra level of stupid. He spelt it out in black and white. Like, hello, like, we are gonna make fun of you. What an idiot.
Notice that we weren't actually able to use DocuSign and get his signature because it was experiencing outages at the moment, the actual website. But we were able to just have him do a written agreement in DMs that he agreed to our terms. And although it was very shocking that he actually did it, I have to be honest, it was here that the pressure really ramped up, because at this point, I paid Dylan $1,000 and now we're just waiting for him to post. And I'm really worried that what if he reads the document in that time and realizes what's going on? But that's when Dylan gave us a lucky break, but also gave us a few curveballs. Okay, big news, boys. A little update. Ahead of schedule. By the way, my heart, I cannot take
goodness.
this. I was already telling Oopa, I was like, we have to just go forward with this because I'm not ready. I cannot take all the suspense. And Dylan texted us, hey, should I just go ahead and tweet? So we're just going to say yes. Go ahead and tweet.
refreshing now. I
Oh,
guess,
yeah,
see what he says.
absolutely.
There's been
Just
so
send
much
it.
work that goes into this. You guys didn't see this off camera. Dylan starts talking about where's your community. So we have to whip up this community from nowhere. Our community doesn't exist. We had to create a Twitter profile. We had to buy a bunch of botted followers.
An hour ago, it didn't exist.
I don't think I've ever been so excited about something in my life. Please, dude. Come on, Dylan.
They broke Twitter guidelines. Oh no.
I can't believe he did it.
He actually did it. He just tweeted it.
What an idiot. What? I can't believe it. What can I say? He
What a
promoted
dummy.
a tweet which literally spells out in first letters the word scam. I hope this has been highly educational for you guys, that most of these influencers do zero work vetting these projects, contracts, and NFTs.
Oh, yeah.
If you enjoyed our
There's
work,
no
please
way.
consider becoming a patron. High-effort investigative journalism like this takes a long time and a lot of setup, but I think you'll agree
That's
it's worth it.
incredible.
I also want to give a big thanks to both Oompaville and Zach XBT who helped me pull this off.
Oompa's
Please go
the
follow them,
goat. I love
because they're
Oompa.
helping us get to the point where influencers will wonder when they take these deals in the future, am I agreeing to be the butt of a joke? And of course, the answer to that question when you're shilling NFTs is always yes. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
That was awesome. When asked for a comment on this, where you don't. Complete lie. He changed the website completely and lied about the project he was describing. Literally completely changed the original website, deleted it. That's funny. When asked about the contract, he said the details of what happened. Danis did not respond. Oh my god, what an idiot. Oh, that's crazy. That's absolutely not. Well, I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the mic quality not being the best of them. As soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.